as time went on, I became aware that it might not be. I'll make it as short and sweet as I can. I have several doctors. We took my blood test. We found elevated red blood cell counts, and then we looked for other markers. We found those markers. They determined that it was certainly polycythemia, potentially polycythemia vera, and they were going to treat me as if it was polycythemia vera. And that's what we've done for the last 2 years, with the plan to always eventually get this bone marrow test. But again, I never wanted to get it done because it's stupid. It's painful. My friend Marie, I was talking to her about it last night. She said she had it done. She literally asked me not to ever get it done. She's fighting cancer herself. And she says it's not worth it. And as time went on, I became aware that it might not be. And now we are at a point where he's concerned about what's causing the markers. So we have a colonoscopy planned. And we probably, if we don't find anything there, we're going to move on to the bone marrow thing unless there's something else that he wants to do. And we're just going to keep trying to bullseye whatever is going wrong. But I mean,
but you could still have the disease that's not cancer, right?
Yes, I certainly have at least that. That is a symptom. Polycythemia secondary is basically a symptom, and something has to be causing it. The things that can cause it are things like lack of oxygen or being extremely dehydrated when they take the blood.
That's not how I understand it. I understand it that one is cancer and one isn't cancer. What you just said is if you have the one that's not cancer, it means you have cancer somewhere else.
Well, polycythemia secondary is a symptom, right? Polycythemia vera is a diagnosis, is a cancer. And so at the very least, I have the symptom of polycythemia and something is causing it. And it is possible that it is the cancer.
And it is possible that you don't have cancer.
Right. It could be something else. Maybe I'm not getting enough sleep. Maybe my CPAP machine is not working. Hasn't been working for the last 2 years. That we've tried to roll all of that out. That's why we did the sleep study that you see in the documentary. Turns out I'm sleeping fine.
Do you understand the gravity of how bad this is?
Yes, absolutely. In fact, right now, and I have it queued up, ready to go, regardless of whether or not you kick me off of the show, I'm donating $1,000 basically to St. Jude's. I'm pulling that trigger right now.
Here's another thing I made Boogie do, is I made him mail me the play button. All right, so his 1 million sub play button is being sent to my house, and I don't know exactly the plan, but the initial thought in my head is that we'd auction it off. Whatever money we get for it goes to some type of cancer research. Because, I
would like to ask that it's St. Jude's. And the reason I'd like to ask that it's St. Jude's is because they do two things that are very important. And I've raised money for St. Jude's many times before. What they do there is they treat children with cancer for entirely free. So if you have cancer and you appeal to St. Jude's, they will most likely treat your child's cancer for free. They'll also board the family so that they can be near the child. It's out of Memphis, Tennessee. It's a wonderful charity. It's also a research hospital. So what they do is they try to beat cancer. They are the people looking for the cure for all different types of cancer. So when you give money to St. Jude's, you're doing two things. Number one, you're saving a child's life. And number two, you are helping beat cancer. So I'd like to request that.
People are really, really mad about the 1K. How do you justify the 1K?
Because that's what I have left. I don't know what else I should give. I can't give away money.
But you told Coffee that you had no money left, and now there's $1,000.
Well, I got paid by you, and no, I showed him receipts for $3,000. There was $2,000 left, but now I spent more of that.
Okay, so now that we're on this honesty tour,
yeah, And I'm going to drop this on the lolcow Twitter right now. Just so you see it.
In the DMs?
Yeah, in the group chat.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. Like I said, I'm trying to figure out what other ways to bend over backwards. If there's things I can sell, I'd like to maybe consider. I considered live streaming, for the next month, every live stream I do, and try to do 3 a week, and just raise money for St. Jude's. But I don't think people would trust me enough to give, and I don't blame them.
No,
So
you shouldn't be asking the public for money for anything, even for charity. That's why I told you to mail me the play button.
Exactly.
Do you understand how conflicted I am? Did you were obviously watching the stream. I told you to watch the stream. I'm pretty fucking conflicted. And that's why I was able to figure it out right away. Because I know you. You get into the fucking mental illness panic mode and you do and say anything you possibly fucking can.
I mean, you're not wrong.
But I don't understand the recording the video, editing the video, and uploading the video. There's a lot of steps in between your panic and your mental illness
I'll tell you, it's about 2 hours between, like, I finished that doctor's appointment and it was on the phone, and I sat and thought about it for a little while, and I researched the disease, and I thought, this is something I could talk about. And if I'm being genuine, sure, part of it was talking about the disease and talking about my life, as I always have. But part of it is the thing that I've done even on the show. I've tried to stop doing it. But it's sympathy farming. It's something you've called me out on a million fucking times. And I felt really shitty about myself. I had no one to talk to it about. And I decided to go to the internet with it instead.
A lot of people are calling out your brother. Can you explain what happened with your brother? Because he was defending you, saying you had it.
Because he's seen the paperwork and he knows they're treating it, and he knows that like he said, the codes are in there because they've said the reason they are treating this to the insurance company is because I possibly have polycythemia vera. So it's in there.
But what about okay, so you're telling your brother you have cancer, you're telling the internet you have cancer, you're telling your girlfriend you have cancer, you're telling everyone that you have cancer, but it may not be. How do you justify that? Because,
I mean, there is no justification. I can tell you what I was thinking at the time. There is no justification.
It's like what I was thinking. I swear to God, guys, I gotta I tweeted this, all right, because this is a real thing that happened yesterday or the day before. I can't remember. I'm on the phone with Boogie, and we're talking about future test. And at one point, Boogie says, and I swear to God, this happened. He goes, "I can't believe I'm praying I might have cancer."
Yeah.
Why do you want to be a fucking victim so bad? Like, that is so fucking insane. That came out of your mouth.
Because when we get these tests done, I deserve to have it up my ass. I deserve to have it in my fucking brain. I deserve to have fucking cancer the way my dad did, the way Danny did, the way my friend Marie, like everybody that's ever died of cancer, lost a loved one of cancer. I fucking deserve cancer. And, yeah. I fucked up here. I should not have jumped the gun. And in my mind, treating me for this cancer, knowing that it's possibly, if not most likely there, is the same as it testing positive. And that's what I have an appointment with my doctor on August 16th, and we're going to talk about it then. But I presume, because they've said so many times, like, you most likely have this cancer. You most likely have this cancer. So I do want to add that when I launched that video, I turned monetization off, and it's always been off. Like Mudahar pointed out, I did earn $120, but you can't turn off people who use YouTube Premium. So I still got $120. But that's atypical of a video that gets 100,000 views, right? 100,000 views normally would get you $1,000 for a lot of people. And obviously I didn't get that.